Good morning. This is Pastor Jeff, and this is our daily lectionary readings for Thursday, June 27th, 2024. With it being Thursday, we are now looking ahead to what is happening at church on Sunday. It also changes our psalm reading. So our psalm reading is Psalm 130. Our Old Testament reading, as we continue in 1 Samuel, it's 19:18 through 24. And then our New Testament reading is from 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verses 2 through 16. I did not change the readings, so we are in the same translation as we were yesterday, which is the New Revised Standard Version. Psalm 130. Out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If you, O Lord, should mark iniquities, Lord, who could stand? But there is forgiveness with you, so that you may be revered. I wait for the Lord. My soul waits, and in this word I hope. My soul waits for the Lord more than those who watch for the morning. More than those who watch for the morning. O Israel, hope in the Lord. For what the Lord there is steadfast love, and with him is great power to redeem. It is he who will redeem Israel from all its iniquities. Old Testament reading continuing in 1 Samuel. Now David fled and escaped. He came to Samuel at Ramah and told him all that Saul had done to him. He and Samuel went and settled at Naioth. Saul was told, David is at Naioth in Ramah. Then Saul sent messengers to take David. When they saw the company of the prophets in a frenzy, with Samuel standing in charge of them, the Spirit of God came upon the messengers of Saul, and they also fell into a prophetic frenzy. When Saul was told, he sent other messengers, and also they fell into a frenzy. Saul sent messengers again the third time, and they also fell into a frenzy. Then he himself went to Ramah. He came to the great well that is in Secu, and he asked, Where are Samuel and David? And someone said, They are at Naioth in Ramah. He went there toward Naioth in Ramah, and the Spirit of God came upon him, and he was going. He fell into a prophetic frenzy until he came to Naioth in Ramah. He too stripped off his clothes, and he too fell into a frenzy before Samuel. He lay naked all day and all night. Therefore it is said, Is Saul also among the prophets? Our New Testament reading comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verses 2 through 16. Make room in your hearts for us. We have wronged no one. We have corrupted no one. We have taken advantage of no one. I do not say this to condemn you, for I have already said that you are in our hearts to die together and to live together. I am being completely frank with you. I have great pride in you. I am filled with consolation. I am overjoyed in our affliction. For even when we came to Macedonia, our flesh had no rest, but we were afflicted in every way, disputes without and fears within. But God, who consoles the downcast, consoled us by the arrival of Titus, and now only by his arrival, but also by the consolation in which he was consoled about you, as he told us, as your longing, your mourning, your zeal for me, so that I rejoiced still more. For although I grieved you with my letter, I do not regret it, although I did regret it, for I see that letter caused you grief, though only briefly. Now I rejoice, not because you were grieved, but because your grief led to repentance. For you felt a godly grief, so that you were not harmed in any way by us. For godly grief produces a repentance that leads to a salvation and brings no regret, but worldly grief produces death. For see what was earnestly this godly grief has produced in you, what eagerness to clear yourself, what indignation, what harm, what longing, what zeal, what punishment. At every point you have proved yourself guiltless in this matter. So, although I wrote to you, it was not on the account of the one who did the wrong, nor on the account of the one who suffered the wrong, but in order that your zeal for us might be made known to you before God. In this we have found consolation. In addition to our own consolation, we rejoice still more at the joy of Titus, because his mind had been set at rest by all of you. For if I had been somewhat boastful about you to him, I was not put to shame, but just as everything we said to you was true, so our boasting to Titus has proved true as well. And his heart goes out all the more to you, as he remembers the obedience of all of you, and how you welcomed him with fear and trembling. I rejoice, because I have completed confidence in you. And here ends our readings for the day.